Good afternoon, students. Welcome to our shortened lesson. Today we are going to continue with Unit 20, our Part 2 of Unit 20, about suffixes. We said that this unit, it covers prefixes, suffixes, and word headings. And today, last lesson, we looked at prefixes. And today we are looking at suffixes and word heading. Suffixes comes at the end of a word. So these are the words that you will find that they have whatever comes at the end of that word is what we refer to as a suffix. So a suffix comes at the end of a word. So in the words that we have here, they are the words that ends with ing. So we have number one, suffix ing, which is represented by a light dot. Suffix ing is represented by a light dot. So we are going to drill with a ing dot. We refer to it as a ing dot. So you can pronounce it well, ing dot. And then we have the number here of it, we use the ing dot where it would be difficult to write stroke of ing at the end of a word. So in the case where it is difficult to write the stroke of ing, remember the stroke of ing is drilled like this. So if it is difficult to drill the stroke of ing, then we are going to use a light dot to represent that, and therefore we refer to it as a ing dot. So we begin by drilling the word requesting. Requesting, we have the word requesting, assisting, meeting, morning, attempting, wanting. So we begin by drilling the word requesting, and this is how we drill it. Requesting. We indicate the ing dot there. Requesting. Upward ray, stroke of gay, a stroke of qua, and then a still loop and a ing dot. Then we have the word assisting. Assisting is a full stop of hairs above the line, a still loop and a ing dot. Assisting, 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 assisting. So you indicate the ing dot at the end of that word. We have the word meeting. Meeting, it's a halved M for the following T, and then we indicate the ing dot at the end. Meeting, 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 meeting. And we have a long E at the end. Meeting. Then we have the word morning. Morning is a stroke of hem above the line, upward ray, octave for N, and then a ing dot. Morning, morning, morning. That is how we drill the word morning with a short ho at the beginning of that word. And then we have the word attempting, a stroke of T above the line, then a halved M for the following T. A halved M for the following T, attempting, 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 attempting. A full stop of T and then a halved M for the following T, and then you indicate the ing dot there. Attempting. The ing dot is indicated there at the end. Attempting. We are drilling it above the line because of short A, and we have a short L. Then we have the word wanting. Wanting is a halved way above the line, octave for N. A halved way for the following T, octave for N, above the line because of short O. Wanting, wanting. We have it for the following T. Then we have the word, we have another case where the ing dot, it is used after the downward R, a downward R, or it can also be used after light straight symbol, downstrokes. We have some of the words here where the ing dot will appear at the end of a downward R, Look up here, we have the word ordering. Ordering, we drill it with a downward R, doubled for the following da. We double the downward R for the following da, like this, through the line. So we are supposed to indicate the ink dot at the end. So let's drill it once more time. Ordering, 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 ordering. That is how we drill the ordering, and you indicate the short off at the beginning of that downward hat. Then we have the word covering. Covering is a stroke of key above the line, and then a V, a reversed V hooked for R. Covering, covering, covering. That is how we drill the word covering, and we have a short R there. We have the word shipping. Shipping is a stroke of each through the line, stroke of P and a ink dot. Shipping, 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 shipping. That is how we drill the word shipping, and we have a short E there for shipping. Then we have the word replying. Replying, it is a upward ray, then a stroke of P hooked for L, and then a ink dot. Replying, replying, replying. So you drill it on the line because of short air, a second place vowel. Then we have the word giving. We also have a diphthong high here. Before we go to the word giving, we have a diphthong high there. Then we have the word giving, a stroke of gay, and then an ink dot. Giving, 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 giving. That is how we drill the word giving. A stroke of gay, then a ink dot. Then we have the word interesting. Interesting is a stroke of N doubled for ta, stroke of N doubled for ta, and then a S circle, then a stroke of T, then a ink dot. Interesting, interesting. That is how we drill the word interesting. It has a ink dot at the end. We also use the ink dot in the plural of inks. When we had a hair circle on the word, the suffix ing, it will be represented by a light dash. A light dash will be used to represent the plural of these words, the words that we are given here. They are just the words that we have already drilled. So look up here the way we represent that. So like the word meeting, it will be a halved M, and then we indicate that dash there. Meeting, 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 meeting. Then you indicate the long E there. Make sure you indicate the long E, and you increase your speed as you drill. Then we have the word morning. Mornings will be a stroke of hem above the line, upward ray hooked for N, and then the dash will be there at the end. Mornings, mornings, mornings. That is how we drill the word mornings. You indicate that dash at the end of that word. Then we have the word bearings. A stroke of B on the line, downward R, and then a slash. Bearings. That is how we drill the word bearings. And then you indicate the long A there. Bearings. 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 That is how we indicate that. And then we are going to look at the next. We are going to look at the rest of the words that we have. Let us continue with where we were talking about the plural of inks. We said the plural of inks that we have the word meetings, where it will be drilled with a halved hem and with a small dash. We have the word mornings, we have the word bearings, and we also have the word hearings. Earrings will be drilled with a tick A and a downward, a tick A and a downward R, and then that dash. Earrings, 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 earrings. And then you indicate the long E there at the end. We have a long E at the end of that word. We also have the word comings, a stroke of K on the line, and then that slash comings, 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 comings. That is how we drill the word comings. Then we have the suffix meant, and this meant is represented by NT. That means we are going to use a halved N for the following T. A halved N for the following T. And this is how we are going to drill. So when you look at this word, they have the suffix meant at the end. We said the suffix comes at the end of the word. We have the word achievement. Pronounce the words as we drill. Achievement will be drilled with a stroke of J, ukti for N, ukti for V, and then a halved N. Achievement, achievement, achievement. A stroke of J, ukti for V, and then stroke of N, a halved for the following T, achievement. And then you are supposed to indicate short A there and a long E, short A and a long E at the end of that stroke. Then we have the word consignment. Consignment is a condot. We use a condot, then a circle, stroke of N, and then a halved N for the following T, consignment, consignment. We start with a condot, and then we have the S circle, stroke of N, and another a halved N, consignment. You indicate the diphthong high there. Then we have the word commencement. Commencement is a condot, a stroke of N, S circle, and a halved N, commencement. That is how we drill the word commencement. We have short A there. Then we have the word announcement. Announcement is a stroke of N and then another N, S circle, and then a halved N for the following T. And we have a diphthong how there. Announcement. Let's drill again. Announcement. 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 With a short A and a diphthong how there. Short A and a diphthong how there. Then look up here. Number 3, we have the suffixes mental, mentally, mentality. Mental, mentally, mentality. These are the words that ends with such a prefix. We have the word experimental, department, departmental, sentimental, sentimentally, sentimentality. Then we have, so we are going to drill the word experimental. We see how we are going to drill this experimental. This one will be represented by a disjoint M, a halved for the following T, and hooked for N. A stroke of M, a halved for the following T, and hooked for M. It will be representing the word mental, mentality, and medality. So the word experimental, we are going to disjoin with that M. We drill the word experimental, experimental, experimental. That is how we drill the word experimental, and we indicate the short A there and a short E at the end. Then we have the word departmental. Departmental, it is a stroke of D through the line, and then I have the P, ukti for R. Departmental, departmental. Departmental is a D through the line. Then I have the P ukti for L, and we have a a small circle to represent the dot vowel, departmental, and then our halved M, departmental, departmental. That is how we drill departmental. That is how we drill that, departmental. Then we have the word sentimental, sentimentally, sentimentality, sentimental, sentimentality, and sentimentary. So we are drilling the word sentimental like this, and then I have the M, sentimental, sentimentality, sentimental, sentimentality. That is how we drill it. And we are using a stroke of a short A, and we have a short E at the end. We have another suffix, fullness and lessness. These are the words that comes with the such a suffix. We have the word thoughtfulness, thoughtlessness, carefulness, carelessness. So we are going to drill those words, and these ones are represented by a disjoint FS or a LS. That is a stroke of F, a stroke of F and S circle, and here a upward L and a S circle. So we are going to drill those words, and we represent such. We have the word thoughtfulness. So we have a halved E, and then stroke of F, S circle, thoughtfulness, 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 thoughtfulness. We are using a stroke of V above the line, and then you indicate that long how there. That is how we drill the word thoughtfulness. And we have the word thoughtlessness. Thoughtlessness is we drill thought and upward LS circle, thoughtfulness, thoughtfulness, thoughtfulness. That is how we drill thoughtfulness with the upward L and the S circle. Then we have the word carefulness. Carefulness with that will be a stroke of K hooked for R, and then a stroke of F and S circle. Carefulness. That is how we drill carefulness. And we have the word carelessness, carelessness, carelessness. That is how we drill the word carelessness. And then we are going to look at another suffix. Before we go to the reading and writing practice, we have suffix number 5. We have another suffix number 5, which is a sheep. Suffix sheep. Just to continue with number 5. Number 5, suffix number 5 is a suffix sheep. These are the words that ends with the suffix sheep. Like we have the word friendship. We have the word friendship, citizenship, hardship, membership, ownership, and then the rest that we cannot list them here. So we are going to drill the word friendship. Friendship is a reversed F. A reversed F hooked for R on the line, and then a stroke of ish. This one can be represented with a disjoint or a joined stroke of ish. So we can either join or disjoin, whichever is easier for you to drill. So you either join or disjoin. Friendship. That is how we drill friendship. 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 That is how we drill the word friendship. We have a short A there in the second position. Then we have the word citizenship. Citizenship is drilled with the S circle, stroke of T, another S circle, stroke of N, and a stroke of ish. Citizenship. Citizenship. That is how we drill citizenship. And then we have the word, we have a short A and a short E and a short A. Then we have the word hardship. Hardship is drilled with a active A and a halved and thickened downward, R, and then a stroke of ish. Hardship. 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 That is how we drill the word hardship, with a thick A and then a halved and thickened downward R, then with a disjoint stroke of ish. We have the word membership, a stroke of B hooked for R. A stroke of B hooked for R on the line. We are drilling it on the line, and then stroke of ish, disjoint stroke of ish. Membership. 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 That is how we drill the word membership, with a stroke of B, a hooked for her on the line, and a stroke of ish. Then we have the word ownership. Ownership will be drilled below the line, a stroke of N hooked for R, and then stroke of ish. Ownership. Ownership. That is how we drill the word ownership. We drill it below the line, a stroke of N hooked for R, and then stroke of ish. We have the suffix liti or riti. Suffix is liti or riti. These are the words that end with such a prefix, and in this case here we represent that by disjoining the preceding stroke. The preceding stroke, like it is in these words here, we have the word possibility, liability, formality, similarity, majority, minority. So when you look at these words, we have a preceding stroke at the middle of the word, and that is the stroke that we are going to represent as such a prefix. So we are going to drill the word pause, and then we disjoin it with that B. The word pause, possibility, 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 possibility. That is how we drill the word possibility. I'm sorry, the B is supposed to be above the line because of short O. Possibility, possibility, possibility. It should not touch the line. Possibility, it should not touch the line. The B should not touch the line because of short O, a light dash. Because of short O, a light dash. And then we have the word liability. So we drill the word liar above the line. Liability, liability. So we have the stroke of upward L. We are drilling it above the line because of the triphone. We have a diphthong and another vowel. Triphone. Liability, liability. We are using a triphone, and the triphone comes at the beginning. That's why it's above the line. Then we have the word formality, a stroke of F above the line, downward R, and then a disjoint M. Formality, formality. That is how we drill the word formality, with a stroke of F above the line because of short O. Then we have the word similarity, similarity. We have a disjoint upward L, similarity, similarity, similarity. That is how we drill the word similarity with a short E there. Then we have the word majority. Majority is a stroke of M above the line because of short R, then represented by stroke of J. Majority, majority, majority. It's represented by a short R. That's why it's above the line. Then we have the word minority. Stroke of M and a stroke of N below it. Minority. Minority. With a disjoint N. And we have a short E at the end. And then we have a prefix, not a prefix, a word heading, a suffix called logical, and logically. Logical and then logically. And we are going to see that in such words, we have the word chronological, biological, physiological, psychological. These are the words that you are going to find in that suffix. So we are going to drill them. Chronological, biological, chronological, chronologically. We have the word biological, biologically, psychological, psychologically. Then we have the word physiological, physiologically. So when you look at these words, at the end we have the word logical, which is the prefix, which is the suffix that we are talking about. And we have said that these ones, they are represented by a disjoint J. They are represented by a disjoint J. A stroke of J will be used, and this J will be disjoined in order to present that. So chronological will be drilled like this. Chronological, 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 chronological. A stroke of K opted for her, and then a stroke of J disjoined with a short O and another short O. Chronological, chronological, chronological. That is how we drill that. We have the word biological, a stroke of B above the line because of a trifon, and then stroke of J. Biological, biological, biological. We use a trifon there at the beginning. Then we have the word psychological. So keep on drilling those words. We have biological, keep on drilling it. Drill as many times as you can. Biological, 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 biological. So increase your speed as you drill. And then we have the word psychological. Psychological is a head circle, stroke of K and then J. Psychological with a diphthong high. Psychological, 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 psychological. We drill it above the line because of diphthong high. And we have the word physiological. Physiological is a stroke of F through the line and stroke of J. Physiological, 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 physiological. So that is how we drill the word physiological. We have a short E at the end of that word there. And then we have another suffix word, and then yard. Suffix word and yard. So this suffix now, we have the suffix word and yard. Like in the words that we have words like forward, backward, reward, shipyard, brickyard, and then we have some two words which we drill them by when we had ed on them, forwarded and rewarded. So when you are drilling such words with such a prefix word and yard, we use a halved way to represent word, and we use a halved yay to represent the stroke of yay. So you are going to drill that on your own. You finish up that using your textbooks. Make sure you drill them neatly and clearly. Then we have another suffix ending word ly. That is L and Y, and it is represented by stroke of L, which can be disjoined where necessary, or you use a L hook. And here we have words that have these suffixes, like the word easily, fairly, instantly, particularly, cheaply, actively, and we have few special words like promptness, indebtedness, and outfit. So make sure that you drill there suffix number 9, which is representing ly. The word easily will be drilled with a stroke of Z and upward L. We use an upward L, or we use a L hook to represent that. So make sure you go through them, you drill them clearly and neatly. That is your assignment. And then below that we have reading and writing practice 4. We have short forms and phrases. You are supposed to drill them, you practice them, and you memorize them thoroughly. We also have short forms and phrasing practice, which you are going to practice on your own. So make sure you go through this unit carefully. It's some of our long units. So we had part 1 where we talked about prefixes, and part 2 it was all about suffixes and word heading. So make sure you follow up keenly so that you be in a position to understand. So I wish you all the best as you continue drilling. Thank you for listening.